Hey, it's Danny. Played a regional this weekend, got first place, playing Unchained. It was about just under a 60-man regional, so we had 6 rounds. I went 5-1-0, and this is the list. So kind of threw this list together kind of last minute. Only played it for the first time at locals the week before, but was kind of familiar enough with the combos, and I thought it was still pretty unknown, so a good pick for the regional. I had other options like Cash and Pearly and Branded Chimera, but I still felt like this was probably the strongest thing to take. So just getting to the list. So played the tour guide package to start with. I know this is like worse into hand traps, but it's still a 1-card combo, so it's still really strong. And like oftentimes I was just throwing this out just to kind of fish for a hand trap. There was almost getting ashed and permanent stuff. So I'd rather just commit this rather than commit like a 2-card combo and just to lose to the same thing. So yeah, it was really strong. And then just standard 3 Shavara, 3 Aruha. Apologies for the mismatch of rarities again. I threw this together like really last minute. But yeah, just your extenders. Nothing to say about that. Then one-offs: Rakia, Shiyama, Sarama, Abominable, and Disaster. If you're not playing the tour guide package, you play more of this or more of this. But one of these was fine with the tour guide package. I know a lot of people don't play the Disaster, but I only went first a very few times. I went second a lot, so this was like really good at clearing boards and stuff, and if getting nibbed and playing through it with this was really good. Yeah, I only went first once post side, so I kept this in like pretty much all the time. But that's the Unchained lineup. Only one more monster. It was the DD device. I wasn't the biggest fan of this package. I sided out pretty much every game. But I got my combos going once or twice. Didn't really use it for like a Zeus line or anything. And this was kind of stuck in my hand without the contract quite a lot, so it was a bit annoying. But yeah, it was fine. Nothing much to say about it. Going on to spells. 3 prison, 3 contract, 3 pot. Just all consistency cards. Played 6 books. Kind of built this deck to beat Cash and Pearly. I thought they'd be really popular just because they're like, people know those decks a bit better, so they're maybe a bit more comfortable bringing those kind of things to regional as opposed to this. But as it happened, I didn't play a single Cash or a single Pearly. Just played a couple of mirrors and like loads of Dragon Link. So these cards came out quite a lot, but don't regret playing them. Would maybe change it going forward now, if this deck gets more popular. 3 thrust, and then 2 targets for it in the main, 1 talents, 1 duster. This was like probably the MVP of the entire event for me. It just put in so much work. Usually like it was always getting talents. I don't think I ever actually added this off of it, but I got talents, or I got something like a prison, or even just setting a trap just to get going was just so strong off this. And then there's a couple cards on the side that are really good to get off this. But yeah, probably like the MVP of the event was thrust. And then just traps, so 3 of the chamber and 3 escape. I think a few people play 5 traps altogether, so they cut the one chamber. But I was just comfortable playing all 6. Usually sided 1 and 1 out for like games 2 and 3. But no, they were fine. So that was 42 in the main. Tried to slim it down as much as I could, but just couldn't think of what to cut. But I was happy with it. I'll do extra next. So 3 Yama, 2 Rage, 1 Anguish, 1 Abomination. I think this is pretty standard. I know some people like to play 2 Yama. Third never actually came up. It was mostly just like a Prost Banish. Same with like the second Rage. Don't think I ever summoned it, but again, it was just a good Prost Banish. Went into pretty much all of these all day. Abomination was like particularly good, I thought. Just for like ending games and things quite quickly. Nutcracker, Griffin, Unicorn, and Goddess. Never once did the Griffin combo. I played like loads of Dragon Link, and I just thought the Caesar combo was better. This is like quite easy for Dragon Link to be over. They have like large bodies and things. So never did this. Summoned this maybe once or twice. Summoned this quite a lot, but never made these 2. But I still play them. And then Xyz, the Machinex for the contract plays. This is obviously like one of your end board pieces. This was like probably, apart from like the Unchained links, this is the one card I probably summoned the most the entire day. Darius for if I ever got shifted, but that never happened. And never summoned Zeus because I was like almost always being locked. But yeah, I didn't really miss not being able to go into these two all that much. And then side deck. So sided hand traps rather than main them. Kind of took the Jesse Cotton YESSSS Sao Paulo approach. These were like really strong coming at the side, I thought. Nib in the mirror especially, and then Ash just overall was pretty good. Again, I played loads of Dragon Link for some reason. So these like kind of overperformed in that matchup. And then the second talents, a little story about this at the end. Second talents, this usually came in if I was going second. Change of Heart, this was really good. And then 2 Cosmic, so it was kind of back and forth on playing this. I think at one point it was a Herald of the Abyss and like a second trap or something, but yeah, this came up once or twice. I'm kind of glad I played it. I just didn't want to lose to like a stupid Floodgate or something. And then last few traps was 3 anti-spell, 1 D-barrier, and then 1 DUNE mechanic I had to give back to some guy. Only went first once post size, so these came in only once and I never saw them. And then kind of same with these two, never used them. Didn't play any cash or parlay, so the DUNE mechanic I never even put in. The barrier, I think I put in, no, I don't even think I put this in actually. But yeah, their fine overall is just like thrust targets. So my matchups for the day, got them here. So round 1 I played against a going second Mekanko, which was a bit scary because he was playing loads going second cards. He misplayed a bit game 1, I think he would have taken it, but I won that 2-0. Round 2 Dragon Link 2-0. Round 3 and 4 were the mirror 2-0. Round 5 was Dragon Link again, was my draw because time got called when we were siding for game 3. And then the final round was Dragon Link again. So we got a deck check before the round and they were taking like ages on it, so I was kind of pretty sure there was an issue. So they gave my opponent his deck and they said no problem. They gave me my deck and said, oh, there's been an issue. You have a side deck card in your main deck, and it was the talents. So I found myself doing this all day when I was unsiding. I was like, what's this? Kept having like too many cards in my main deck. I was like, I couldn't figure out what that one, but it was the 1 talents every time, and it ended up like, so they gave me a game loss in the final round for having the 1 talents in my main, sorry, the 2nd talents in my main, but I still won 2-1, so it worked out in the end. So yeah, event was good. Shout outs to Pav, cameraman, and you're the one that convinced me to play the deck really, and we deck builded together the night before. So shout out to you. Shout out to Come Crazy, our locals, best locals in Scotland. Check out their like TCG player for like singles and stuff. They're really good. And yeah, that's it.